Chapter 110 Realms of Mortal Flesh. In Wanxian Garden, the inner estate of the Fang clan, the most influential noble clan in Longyuan province of the Dali Dynasty, the morning mist had not yet lifted when a group of young Fang clansmen already started their daily morning martial practice. The head of the Fang clan served as the governor of Longyuan province. 100 years prior, the Fang clan ancestors originated from Yuhua Gate, one of the top 10 immortal sects of the Cultivation world, and later followed Emperor Taizu Wu of the Dali Dynasty to pacify the whole realm. Longyuan, its name implying a hidden dragon rests in the abyss, was originally the capital of the overthrown previous dynasty. After the founding of Dali, the new royal court had initially planned to establish its capital here, but eventually gave up the idea because the region carried far too much water qi. The Dali dynasty ruled under the mandate of heaven with the virtue of fire. The character Li in its name corresponds to the element of fire, which is suppressed by water. Thus Longyuan was unfit to be the imperial capital, and the dynasty finally built its capital in Lijing, located in the south. Yet the imperial court still entrusted this ancient former capital to the governance of the Fang clan, which spoke volumes of the court's trust and favor toward the clan. Because of this, the Fang clan was immensely powerful and prominent, with their estate covering 1,000 mu. Countless courtyards and gardens spread across the land. Any ordinary person who wandered in would definitely get lost and never find their way out. One could already see this from the name of the inner estate garden. Wanxian Garden literally means the garden that embraces all things under heaven. Asterisk bang, bang, bang. Bang, asterisk. Fist wind howled, and the air vibrated with every strike. These young clansmen moved with agile vigor, like a ferocious tiger hunting for a goat, like a lion pouncing on a wild ox, like an eagle striking at a hare, like a crane perching on a pine peak. Every movement unified their waist and hips, sharp, swift, and fierce. Especially when their forelimbs and spine moved, opening and closing in rhythm, they resembled 5 fully drawn bows. Their fists and feet shot out like arrows, landed like gusts of wind, all displaying their solid foundational cultivation. However, at this moment, a pair of eyes hid in the dark rockery grove far away, secretly watching every one of their movements. It was someone stealing martial arts lessons. The owner of these eyes was a 15 or 16-year-old boy, with delicate brows and gentle features, dressed in a coarse gray robe and a small cloth cap, clearly a household servant. I found a sewer a month ago that actually leads straight to the silt under the rockery in the inner courtyard. If it weren't for that, I would never have gotten in here to steal martial arts. If I get caught, it's a guaranteed death. But I, Fang Han, can't be a slave my whole life, right? Fang Han watched the Fang clansmen's movements closely. Every expression and every move was engraved into his memory. There was no doubt about it. He was stealing martial arts. Fang Han was a young servant of the Fang clan. His father had originally been a servant of the clan as well, so from the moment Fang Han was born, he was fated to be a slave of the Fang clan. Even his children and grandchildren, generation after generation, would have to serve the Fang forever. A lowly servant who snuck into the inner estate to steal the clan's authentic martial legacy, such an act was recklessly bold, utterly foolhardy. He was not afraid of death at all. He's here. When a middle-aged man in a white-purple robe appeared on the training ground far away in Fang Han's line of sight, Fang Han froze his body completely, not daring to move an inch. This purple-robed middle-aged man was 9 chi tall, broad and imposing, his back straight as a sword or a spear. He felt like a towering mountain pressing down, and even though they were far apart, Fang Han almost stopped breathing unconsciously. This was one of the Fang clan's greatest experts, giant spirit hand Fang Tong. He was famously powerful, renowned across the whole country, and had come to teach advanced martial arts to the young Fang clansmen. For official positions, there are 9 ranks, divided into 18 grades. The highest is the 1st rank Grand Chancellor, the lowest is the 9th rank Local Inspector. But for us who cultivate the mortal flesh, there are 10 realms. First realm, nurturing life. Second, building strength. Third, mastering stances. Fourth, blending hard and soft. Fifth, divine strength. Sixth, cultivating chi. Seventh, inner fortification. 8th, invincible valor. 9th, spirit communion. 10th, divine transfiguration. The moment giant spirit hand Fang Tong in his purple robe appeared, all young Fang clansmen on the training ground immediately stopped their movements, stood ramrod straight, and listened to his lecture. Fang Han also pricked up his ears, listening intently. If you cultivate your mortal flesh to the 10th realm of divine transfiguration, not even 5 horses can tear your body apart. Years ago, an ancestor of our Fang clan was captured by enemy forces and sentenced to death by the torture of 5-horse dismemberment. But when our ancestor unleashed all his power, he pulled the 5 horses off their feet and ran away to freedom. That is the power of one who has cultivated mortal flesh to the 10th realm of divine transfiguration. The voice of giant spirit hand Fang Tong boomed like a great bell and a grand chime, carrying the force of 1,000 Jun that carried all the way to Fang Han's hiding spot. It made Fang Han's eardrums ache dully, as if they were about to split. Not even 5 horses can tear him apart. How tremendous must that power be? Can a mortal body really reach such a level? Fang Han was secretly shocked in his heart. But do not think the 10 realms of mortal flesh are the ultimate limit. This is only the beginning. Our Fang ancestors once received teachings from immortals of Yuhua Gate, so unlike other clans, we know that above the mortal flesh realm, there is the mystic realm of divine powers. Only when you cast off the shackles of mortal flesh and step into the mystic realm of divine powers can you truly stand proud across the world, hold rank equal to princes and kings, and bring glory to the Fang clan and your ancestors. Mortal flesh realm, mystic realm of divine powers. Hearing these words, Fang Han felt as if a door that had never existed before had swung open right in front of him. He had snuck here every morning to peek at martial training, but he had never heard such words before. The 10 realms Fang Tong spoke of clearly unfolded before him, one by one, like a ladder to great power. What is the mystic realm of divine powers? Just then, one of the young Fang clansmen asked. Divine powers are things that break the laws of the world that ordinary people know. As Fang Tong spoke, a solemn look appeared in his eyes. For example, when you train your mortal martial arts to the limit, you can tear tigers and leopards apart, lift 1,000 Jin cauldron. But can you pull yourself up by grabbing your own hair? Pull yourself up by your own hair? That's impossible. It's obviously impossible. It goes against all common sense, another young disciple quickly responded. It is impossible. No matter how great your strength is, pulling yourself up by your own hair is impossible, Fang Han murmured silently to himself. Doing the impossible is what is called divine power. What else would divine power be? The purple-robed middle-aged man's voice struck like a wake-up call to the unawakened. Break the world ordinary people know. That is divine power. Pulling yourself up by your own hair is the first watershed for stepping into the mystic realm of divine powers. Besides that, there are all kinds of divine powers, spouting fire and water, walking on empty air, controlling thunder and lightning, killing people from afar with flying swords. All these are abilities of the mystic realm of divine powers. Uncle Tong, have you cultivated to the divine power realm yet? The young clansman asked in quick succession. The mystic realm of divine powers is no trivial matter. Only the most brilliant, extraordinary talents can step into this realm. I myself have only cultivated to the 8th realm of invincible valor in the mortal flesh realm. If any of you can cultivate to the mystic realm of divine powers, I can say for certain that the position of head of the Fang clan will be yours. What's more, the entire Li Dynasty will grant you a high noble title to win you over. Going from the mortal flesh realm to the mystic realm of divine powers is harder than climbing to the sky. If any of you can cultivate to the 5th realm of divine strength within 3 years, able to draw 1,000 Jin Bao, run as fast as a horse, wield the strength of a horse, that will already be a great blessing for our Fang clan. Alright, I told you these legendary things today just to broaden your horizons and give you confidence for your hard training. So you know that boundless glory and boundless fortune wait for you ahead. Fang Tong the giant spirit hand called out, now begin training. Pine Crane Longevity Fist. This is a high-level body refining art our ancestors received from the immortal masters of Yuhua Gate. You must fully grasp its artistic conception and charm, and I will explain it to you one by one. Remember, you must cultivate your mortal flesh to the absolute limit before you can step into the mystic realm of divine powers. Because our ancestors said that divine power is a mysterious force born in the brain, called mana. As the saying goes, divine power is vast, mana is boundless. Only when your mortal flesh is strong to the limit can your heart deliver massive amounts of blood and nutrients to your brain, and then mana can be born. If your flesh is not strong, any divine power is completely out of the question. Pine Crane Longevity Fist. Fang Han forced down the excitement surging in his heart, and kept watching secretly. In less than half an hour, as Fang Han listened to Fang Tong's lecture, all his experience from stealing lessons over a month suddenly fused into one, and he finally understood the true principle of cultivating the mortal flesh. Cultivating the mortal flesh is divided into 10 steps, 10 realms. First realm, nurturing life. Through regular, healthy diet, sleep and other nurturing practices, you cultivate your body to be full of energy. Second realm, building strength. Through running, weightlifting, jumping, punching sandbags, kicking, deep squats, somersaults, walking on plum blossom stakes and thousands of other methods, you train the sinews and muscles of your limbs and waist, making them full and strong, so that your strength and agility far exceed ordinary people. Third realm, mastering stances. Through practicing all kinds of different stances, you connect the strength of your limbs and waist, align your bones, regulate your breath, and unify your whole body into one. Fourth realm, blending hard and soft. The strength of your whole body, from your legs, waist, bones, spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists to your palms, connects into one whole, and your chi and blood harmonize. You can be soft when you want softness, hard when you want hardness, blending hard and soft perfectly. Your flexibility and coordination reach the extreme limit. You rise like wind, land like an arrow, as agile as a wild cat or an ape. Fifth realm, divine strength. After hard and soft are fully blended and connected throughout your body, you cultivate further. Your physique grows stronger and stronger, you gain 1,000 gene of divine strength, your power matches a galloping horse. When you fight, every part of your body moves like a well-trained army, swift and decisive. Thunder rumbles within your sinews and bones. If you reach the divine strength realm, you are basically already a prominent figure to be reckoned with. As for the 5 realms that come after, cultivating chi, inner fortification, invincible valor, spirit communion, divine transfiguration, Fang Tong did not explain them in detail, but Fang Han was not anxious. Over the past month, through eavesdropping and deliberation, he had basically grasped the basic principles of body cultivation, and could now start cultivating on his own. Now that I have the steps and the secrets, if I train hard in secret, one day I will shock the world and escape my identity as a slave. Fang Han knew that his month of risking his life to steal lessons had finally let him grasp a thin thread of chance to change his fate. Damn it! I forgot. Second Miss is going hunting on horseback this morning, and she wants Xianxia, the white steed I raise. Just as he was completely absorbed in eavesdropping, Fang Han's heart suddenly jolted, and he remembered this errand. Thinking of this, Fang Han had no more mind to eavesdrop. He quietly crawled from the darkness of the rockery into the sewer, exited the inner estate, and was lucky enough to not be discovered. This was also because Fang Tong had not cultivated to the 9th realm of spirit communion of the mortal flesh realm. If he had, he would have a subtle perception of any prying gaze, and Fang Han would never have been able to escape his notice.